Hey everybody, this is Sue Craig, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Cleveland, Ohio. And today I have a fun card for you. Have you ever used an embossing folder on your cards? Of course you have. Have you ever used two embossing folders on your card? Have you ever used an embossing folder for your main image on your card? Well, today we're going to do just that. One of the newest embossing folders that we have is called the Floral Spray, and it is from our catalog. And you can see it's a very large embossing folder, and in the center of it is a beautiful large flower. We're going to use that for our image today, and I'm going to show you how. We're also going to use Fern and Flora. They're both 3D embossing folders, and they're both in the current catalog. We don't have an annual catalog anymore, it's the current catalog. Here's the card that we're going to be making. There's that beautiful flower, and yes, it is embossed. The card base itself is embossed with the Fern and Flora embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how to make this quick and easy card. The stamp set we're going to use is called Phrases and Frames, and I love the thinking of you on this, and it has so many things that you can add to the inside. You could do birthday, you could do anniversary, you can do sympathy, you can do anniversary inside. Look at that, anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. I like that they have a lot of those all together. I wanted to show you one thing that I do when I get stamps. When we get our stamps, we don't have the things printed anymore, so you can match up your stamps. And so what I do is I take a Sharpie marker. Let me scoot this over so you can see. And before I take any of the stamps out, on the thicker side, not the thin side, but on the thicker part, I trace around each of the sentiments. That way I know where my stamps will go, and it's easy to put them back. I'll know if there's any that are missing. I also take clear packing tape and put it across the end here before I even open it. That way I can open these. You know how you're always losing this? You can't see it, it's sitting right in front of you on the table. You can just tuck it underneath, and now you have it right there. You know where it is. You're not wasting time looking for it. So that's my couple tips of the day for how to use your new stamps. Today we're also going to be using the Sparkle Dot Essentials. And let's get into our card. Now this card has an embossed panel, and we'll start with this base. The base is shaded spruce, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have a piece of white for the inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We have another piece of white, which is 2.5 by 3 3/4, and this is the piece that we embossed with the beautiful flower. We have a piece of gorgeous grape, 2 3/4 by 4. And I had a piece of Highland heather, 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and I punched it out with one of my punches. Obviously, the size of yours is going to depend on what words you want on the front. So let's get to work here. The first thing I want to do is I want to take my panel that was embossed, and I want to use my grape ink pad. and I'm going to pull it across the debossed side. Yep, the debossed side. The purple is going to go on the paper that is at the top. The flower and everything else is pushed down. So now you can see our image. And what I decided to do is I'm going to take my alcohol markers and I'm going to color this. Now, I had alcohol markers, specifically Copic markers, way before Stampin' Up! Had any markers at all. And so that's what my collection is. I did not reinvest in a lot of blends. I do have some blends so that if customers want to see what they are and how to use them, I can demonstrate that and let them try. But most of my alcohol markers are those that are Copic, and so that's why you see me using them, because I already had a large investment in those before the blends came out for Stampin' Up. So what I'm doing here is just coloring some of the areas. I decided not to color the flower itself because when I did, it appeared too dark. It did not look pretty as this when it's white. This is pretty quick and easy to color also because you're coloring down inside. There's like a groove down here. You don't have to worry if you go out of the groove because you can always add purple ink again to the top of this. In fact, if you don't like how light it is right now, you can darken it by adding more of the purple. Again, we're coloring the debossed side. And you can see how quickly it's going, but not only that, how pretty it is. I mean, now you can see the bright, pretty white color of that flower and how pretty the purple is. I think I do want to go a little bit more. And that's the nice thing about this is you can make it as light or dark as you want. See a little bit over here. And what I'm doing with my ink pad, I'm going to show you sideways, is I'm not doing it like this. I'm lifting it up so that I'm using just this part right here. This part here on the end. So there's our panel. Isn't that a pretty image? So let's go ahead and do our stamping for the outside and the inside. We're going to do Thinking of You. And then we'll stamp our inside. May your day be filled with love and happiness. And this is kind of a general card. So I could be talking about a birthday, I could be talking about an anniversary, and I can write whatever I want in here to make it more personal. So that's it. We're just going to put it together now. This piece is going to go on our gorgeous grape piece. I used dimensionals on the back of this to raise it up. Who doesn't like dimensionals, you know? I also did dimensionals on Thinking of You. However, I put it on the bottom, just on the bottom here. You'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to add my image panel. See how I flattened that? It just makes it easier to place this on. Now this is going to be sitting on the card here. So I don't need a dimensional at the top. I can put adhesive if I want. I don't really have to because the dimensional is going to hold it on. So I'm going to put that over here. And then let's put this inside. Again, with this flat, it makes it a whole lot easier to place your paper. You're not fighting with it. All right, so now all we have to do is add our dots. And if you decided that you wanted to make this green one darker, you can see I did that here. You just take your alcohol marker and you color and then let that dry, and now your green is darker here than the original one. You could do the same thing for these other ones if you wanted to make them a little bit darker to match whatever it is you're working on. I kind of liked the pink ones, but I did do one green. So let's do that. Let's do, how about one green? Get my scissors here. All right, where are we going to put this? Let's see, how about up here? And then we'll do some pink ones. I don't know why I didn't get this out in the first place. All right, there you have it. We've used an embossed image as the image on our card, embossed the background of it. There you go. I hope you liked the card today. I hope you give it a try. And thanks for watching.